Over time, as I've been developing my taste in fragrances, I've really started to love the note of tobacco. There's something that's so sexy about this note when it's used in the way that it's been used in these 10 fragrances that it just makes it kind of addicting, and it gives the fragrance and yourself a bit of this mysterious quality, at least in my opinion. That's how I feel when I wear these fragrances with this prominent tobacco note. I just feel on top of the world. And of course, we are in the perfect time of the year to be wearing tobacco-based fragrances, so I figured why not go ahead and do a video on my top 10 favorite fragrances with the note of tobacco being the prominent note. And believe it or not, I get quite a few requests for these types of videos, talking about my favorite tobacco fragrances or, bergamot or all these other notes, kind of making a list focused around, my favorites from a single note. So I'm going to start doing that more. I have a few more videos in the works here of some other notes here more for the fall and winter time. So hopefully you guys like this type of content, and if you want any other types of videos like this, me to feature other notes like oud or, whatever else, leave a comment down below telling me what you want to see, and I will do that. And of course, if you like videos like this, make sure you get subscribed to the channel down below. I'm posting new content like this every single day, so that way I can keep you guys up to date on fragrance stuff. And also, while you're at it, go give me a follow on Instagram. I really do appreciate it, and it's a way you can keep up with me over there. Send me any messages if you have any questions or anything like that. And finally, I just had to say, all the fragrances that we talk about today will be linked down below in the description. If you want to check any of these out or pick any of these up, you guys know what to do. Hit those links down there, and it'll take you to some of the best prices around. Let's not waste any more time here. Let's get into it. First fragrance up, we have John Varvatos Dark Rebel. Just the original Dark Rebel, not Dark Rebel Rider. Dark Rebel Rider is a great one, but I find that one to be more leather focused and also more kind of balsamic and a bit resinous as well. It's a really great fragrance, but not really fitting for this video. The original Dark Rebel, this one has that nice tobacco note. And I do also want to point out that I'm going to be covering a wide variety here. So I have, designer fragrances like this, which are going to be a bit more obtainable, but I also have a couple niche fragrances in here as well. Everything at a bit of a different budget here, so a little bit of everything for everyone type of thing. That way you can get whatever you want out of this video. But Dark Rebel, this one comes in, I think, at around $30 or so on discounters if it's in stock. Sometimes it's not in stock. With a lot of John Varvatos, they go in and out of stock. So if you can get it for around $30, $35, this is a fantastic pickup. This nice, sexy tobacco note. Of course, it's not a niche quality tobacco, but I'll tell you what, it's way better than you would think for being a $30 to $35 fragrance. This smells like it could be bottled in a $50, $60 scent and it would work. Following that, we have Parfums de Marly Herod. This one simply just had to be in here. It's kind of a staple in terms of niche fragrances and tobacco and Parfums de Marly, right? Parfums de Marly is a very popular niche house. They've been killing it. They haven't been out that long either, and they've created some amazing scents. This being one of them, it's tobacco and vanilla, and it's such a sexy tobacco scent. It smells so good. It's like this nice red pipe tobacco, this nice smooth vanilla note, just kind of giving a little bit of a sweetness along with it, just to kind of soften up the edges a little bit. I think this is a fantastic one. If you want something nice, high quality, good performing for wintertime, check out Parfums de Marly Herod. And also on top of that, if you like tobacco, this is going to be a must-have for you. That's Parfums de Marly Herod. This one is fantastic. Up next, we have what could be considered to be one of the best tobacco fragrances of all time, or at least it's pretty far up there on the list. If you ask a lot of people, what's your favorite tobacco scent, this one's probably going to be in a lot of people's list. And also, if you ask people, hey, what's your favorite fragrance from this house, and more specifically also from this line, this fragrance is also probably going to be brought up multiple times. Of course, this one's from Tom Ford Private Blend. This is Tobacco Vanille. This one is incredible. Nothing new, obviously. This one has been out, but it is a beautiful scent. And one thing that kind of sucks about this is you can tell that it's not what it used to be. When I smell this, of course it smells fantastic. You can tell that there could be more depth and dimension to it, but it's just not there. My bottle is new. I bought it probably a few months ago, maybe something like that. So it is a newer bottle. And of course I got it from FragranceNet, and you can tell that there could be more depth and more kind of body to it, but it's just lacking that. And I think that's, you know, over the years, it's true. The rumors are true that yes, this has been unfortunately reformulated. There's no way of getting around it. You know, I tried to track down an older bottle and I just couldn't find anything. So if you want Tobacco Vanille, you got to just go for whatever batch they have out right now, unless you want to look into clones and stuff like that. But still, regardless of that, it is still a fantastic tobacco scent. This one is so warm, it's so sexy, and one comment you'll see a lot is that it smells like Christmas time. If you look on Fragrantica, a lot of the reviews are saying like, yeah, this is my Christmas scent, it smells like Christmas, and I completely agree. This does have like a holidays, cool weather, Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's type of smell just because of that tobacco. This kind of pine type of smell. It smells cozy and warm and sexy, nice vanilla in here, obviously. This is a beautiful, beautiful scent. And again, if you love tobacco and if you love vanilla is also, Tobacco Vanille should be high on your list to try. This one will be linked down below. I'd definitely give it a shot. Moving along, we have Mancera Red Tobacco. Another very popular, very great tobacco scent. This one is beautiful. It's this nice smoky tobacco note. This stuff is sexy. It's one of my personal favorite tobacco fragrances. I wanted to try it for a long time. I believe this one came out in 2017, and when it first came out in 2017, I'm like, oh, I have to try that. But like almost 3 years later, probably almost 4 years later at this point, I never got around to trying it until recently, and I've been in love with it. I love the fragrance. I've done a full review on it. You can check that out. And if you want to pick this one up from Twisted Lily, I will leave it linked down below with a coupon code, which is Chaos10. That will get you 10% off all of your orders over there on their website. It's a great way to save yourself some money if you're doing any shopping there. Mancera Red Tobacco, this is a beautiful one. Following that, we have Spicebomb Extreme, another tobacco vanilla based scent. I love Spicebomb Extreme. I love the original Spicebomb as well, even though at this point it is kind of juvenile, kind of youthful a little bit, and also pretty overworked, right? A lot of people know and wear and own Spicebomb, or at least they were kind of back in the prime. Maybe people are kind of getting off of it by now, but just as a scent, I love it. I think it smells fantastic. It's another one that for me kind of smells like the holidays. It smells, you know, kind of like fall moving into Thanksgiving and then kind of transitioning into winter as well, and then you get into, you know, Christmas and all that stuff. Kind of reminds me of the holiday time, but so does Spicebomb Extreme. This one, what's nice is that vanilla that comes in smooths it out, so it's not a super harsh, spicy fragrance like the original. There is still spices in here, but it's just a bit more mellowed out, rounded out. Still get that tobacco like in the original, but coming in with the vanilla, it's just a bit more smooth and sweet and sensual, and just kind of a bit more sexy, maybe for like an evening out, close encounter type of thing. This one would be great, and again, it's a beautiful, beautiful scent. It's got great performance, great quality. This is definitely worth the money. Following that, we have a fragrance from Kilian Paris. This one is Light My Fire. So this one has tobacco and hay as a couple of the prominent notes here, and I could tell you this is a beautiful, beautiful scent. More of a fresh tobacco. This is not a super sweet, you know, kind of heavy resinous fragrance. This one is a bit more lighter and fresher. The tobacco is still in here, but again, it's a bit more of a lighter, fresher tobacco note compared to some of the other stuff in here. It's not like a red pipe tobacco, rich type of smell. It's a bit on the lighter side. I could find this one obviously being great in fall and winter, but it could also be good in springtime as well. There's kind of just a clean overall smell about this one that I think this one is honestly, at least for me, one of the more versatile Kilian fragrances that I've smelled, and I own, you know, quite a bit of them at this point. I've quickly built up my collection, you know, Straight to Heaven, Apple Brandy, Smoke for the Soul, Black Phantom, Dark Lord, you know, all of those over there. I'm missing a couple still. I have, you know, I love all of them, each in their own way, but not all of them are going to be that wearable depending on who you are. But I find that Light My Fire, this one is one of the more wearable ones just because it is a bit more fresh. And I would say overall it's a bit easier to pull off, but it is still a fantastic tobacco scent. Very high quality, great performance like you would expect from Kilian Paris, and this one is fantastic. Let's keep going here. Up next we have Roja Parfums Creation-E or Enigma. This is a fantastic tobacco, but also boozy vanilla scent. So you get the tobacco, you get the cognac, you get the vanilla. you get a mixture of things here. So I was kind of like, but I still wanted to throw this one in because I still do get a pretty heavy dose of tobacco, but it's just a bit more mixed in and kind of, you know, molded in with the other supporting notes. But I still thought it was worth putting in here. It's a fantastic all-around boozy fragrance, but I also think it's a fantastic tobacco fragrance as well. This is such a unique fragrance as well. I mean, this stuff just smells so good. It kind of has this cola smell, like this fizzy quality about it, and you'll see that elsewhere as well. Just almost a little bit gourmand too, like that kind of fizzy cola type of smell. The cognac gives it almost something where it almost is a bit edible / drinkable in a way. It's a delicious smelling fragrance is really what it is, and it's one of my personal favorites from Roja Parfums. Again, if you like tobacco, you like vanilla, you like cognac, this one is a must-have for you. And again, if you want to get it on a bit of a discount, since normally you can't get these at discounters, go over to Twisted Lily. They have this one and also the Parfum Cologne. If you use my code CHAOS10, you'll get 10% off. That'll save you quite a bit of money when you're paying this price on a Roja, so make sure you go take advantage of that. All right, let's get back with another designer here. We have Mugler Pure Havane. This is a nice honey tobacco fragrance, very similar to Xerjoff Naxos, which, if I'm not mistaken, this one did come out first, which is kind of an interesting thing there. Of course, we've all seen that before where niche brands copy designer brands, right? It's happened with Creed and so on. It's something, I guess, that kind of happened here as well. It's a really nice one, a really nice sweet honey scent. Nice supporting tobacco. Not for everyone, you know, it is very sweet. That honey is no joke in here, but it is for a lot of you. If you like sweet fragrances and you like tobacco / honey fragrances, you'll like this one. It's really a great value, great bang for your buck. And if you can get it in stock on discounters, this is a great pickup. Following that, we do have one that I just had to put in here. You know, I was kind of like, do I really want to? And then I thought about it, and I'm like, yeah, at the end of the day, I think this one does deserve to be in the list for sure. Of course, this one here is Dolce & Gabbana The One Eau de Parfum. You can also put, of course, the Eau de Toilette as well. The tobacco in this fragrance is sexy. It's such a fantastic scent. Tobacco, amber, cardamom in the opening. This is just a recipe for compliments and just smelling fantastic and confident and all of that stuff. I love the scent. Performance is its downside. You know, I've given you an alternative before, but that alternative doesn't have the nice tobacco note, which is a pretty big deal breaker. Of course, I like to layer them so that way I can get some longevity from the other one. And of course, that other fragrance is the One Royal Night. That one has the amber, the cardamom, all that stuff, just no tobacco. So you can layer that one and like the EDT or the EDP. You know, it is what it is. That one performs better. This one does not. If you really need to have the tobacco, layer them together. If you don't care about it, go with the other one. But for a lot of us, the tobacco note is really what makes this scent, and it is a gorgeous one. Again, probably going to be one of the more affordable ones in this list at about $50, and it's definitely worth a smell. And last up, we have another fragrance from Tom Ford Private Blend. I had to throw this one in here for a couple reasons, one of which simply because I love it. You know, this was actually, believe it or not, my first ever Tom Ford Private Blend, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think I won this one in a raffle, either that or I picked it up for a super low price in the Facebook groups from one of my friends. Either way, I know this was my first Tom Ford Private Blend, and it was pretty cool, or maybe my second one. I'm kind of wavering back and forth. Either my first or second Tom Ford Private Blend. This one is Tobacco Oud. I love it. You know, it's such a nice scent. It's a bit animalic. It's got that tobacco note in here. It's got oud. It's got whiskey. It's very heavy. It's very rich. It's very thick. This is no joke. I mean, again, that animalic touch that this one has is going to be off-putting for some people. So obviously I included it because I love the scent. It's got a really nice, authentic tobacco note. But I also included it because from what I've heard, and you can do your own research on this as well, Tom Ford's going to be discontinuing this one along with all of the other oud fragrances except for oud wood. So Tobacco Oud, Oud Mineral, Oud Fleur, Oud blah blah blah, all of those other oud fragrances are going to be gone. Oud Wood is going to be staying. I don't know about Oud Wood Intense. I don't know for sure, and I'm sure that Tobacco Oud Intense is probably also going to be discontinued. Tobacco Oud Intense is another fantastic one that I do own. It's a bit more animalic as well. Very dense, very heavy, even more so than this one. It's another great one. So I'm just kind of throwing this out there as a little bit of a PSA. You know, I haven't confirmed this. You know, I don't have any insider information. I say that all the time. I have never communicated with any of these brands. I'm just going off what I've heard from other sources and relaying that to you. So do your own research, and if you are concerned about that, maybe grab a bottle of Tobacco Oud and, you know, some of the other Oud fragrances if you want. I do also believe that Costa Azzurra is being discontinued as well, and there's a few others. So start maybe looking into picking up some of these private blends, because it's going to be a complete wreck when these are discontinued and people realize they didn't get them, and then they're trying to get them, and the prices have just gone through the roof on eBay and Facebook and stuff. It's going to be a nightmare, and there's going to be so many people mad. So giving you a heads up now, maybe look into these. So guys, that was going to do it for me. That was my 10 favorite and best tobacco fragrances currently in my collection. I love the note. I've been enjoying these fragrances a lot so far in the fall, and I can't wait to keep wearing them into the winter as well. Let me know your thoughts down below. What are your favorite tobacco fragrances? And don't forget, all of these will be linked down below if you want to check any of these out, pick any of these up. Hit those links down there, and my coupon code for Twisted Lily is Chaos10. That'll get you 10% off over there. That's it for me, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.